Boy, I tell you what, we couldn't hardly wait to get up here to Michigan to be with all our friends. We ain't got no better place in the world than we like to sing to around all this area. We've been to Ypsilanti, we've been to Milan, and now we're over here at this beautiful place. Where we at today, Polly? Leslie, Michigan. It might be Leslie, but I come some far roads to get out of here, I can tell you. Boy, I'm telling you, them roads were so crooked. I come on a while ago, I run up on a man hauling his hay to his barn with his mule and wagon, and when he made the turn, the mule was eating the hay off the back of the wagon. My brother Wallace, he's got a dog he's mighty proud of. Anyhow, that dog got to chasing cars the other day. Yeah, the neighbor got at the end of the street, and he came down through there, and the dog got in the right place. He knew it was the right place. The dog run exactly 15 foot and made a foot. He made run exactly 15 foot and made a flip and come sit on the porch. The man couldn't believe it. He got at the other end of the street, and he came back down through there, and the dog run exactly 15 foot and made a flip and sat on the porch again. He tried him out 8 or 10 times. Every time was exactly 15 foot and went and sat on the porch. He come up there and he asked Wallace, he said, what kind of dog is that? Wallace said, what's he doing? He said, he's chasing cars. Wallace said, oh no. He said, yeah, but he chases him exactly 15 foot, makes a flip and comes sit on the porch. Wallace said, oh shoot, he still think he got that chain tied around his neck. Down in Georgia where we live, it's an old retired Baptist preacher. He's the most religious person that I have ever seen in my life. This old man's about 90 years old. He's so religious that he got all his animals in his barnyard named after people in the Bible. He's got 2 old cats. He named them Adam and Eve. He's got 4 old chickens. He named them Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Got an old peacock. Got all them colors in her tail feathers. She struts around. He calls her Jezebel. And he got a mean old bull out there. So mean he calls him Satan. Here a few weeks ago, a burglar got into the preacher's house about 4 o'clock in the morning. And he was robbing that drawer there. He was just robbing that drawer, and about that time, something said, Jesus is watching you. He stood right straight up in the air, turned the color cotton. Little bumps came all over his body. He had to get his nerves back together. He got back down at that drawer, and he started robbing that drawer again. About that time, that same voice said, Jesus is watching you. He stood up again. Oh, he was so scared. He said, I better get out of this room. He went in the next room there, and there's what he was looking for. There was the safe. He got his ear down there real close to the safe, and he was unlocking that safe. About that time, that same voice said, Jesus is watching you. And when he said that, he stood right straight up in his air, and his elbow knocked the light switch on, and lights came on. Staring him in the face was the biggest, blackest, meanest Doberman pinscher dog you ever laid your eyes on. The old dog looked at him. He took 1 step to him. He took a step back. The old dog got a little closer. He got a little closer back. And all at once, he run into Polly. No, he didn't run into Polly. He run into the wall. He didn't have nowhere else to go. About that time, that same voice said, Jesus is watching you. He turned to his right, and there was an old parrot in a cage. He said, can't you say anything besides Jesus is watching you? And the bird said, sick him, Jesus.